Super Set King, aka Mr. Get Your Tank Top Ready. Coming to you fine people today with some shoe talk. My boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alright, so me and my boy, we was over here, Water 6 is on level. Me and this man, we vibe, we talk. We had a little discussion. We're gonna bring y'all into this shoe discussion that we had. The discussion is, would y'all like to get retro cards?
Right.
Now, my stance is a little different from my boy's stance. My stance is, why? And I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, oh, listen, man. You see this right here? All these retro cards, you know where they at? They all in drawers and closets, right?
Yeah, all over the place.
But guess what they've given us, in my opinion, in the place of the retro cards? You know how y'all keep buying all these new shoes and they got 2, 3, and 4 different shoestrings on them? Give me the shoestrings any day, my boy.
Message.
I'm gonna take the shoestrings before I take them retro cards. Maybe I'm being selfish because I got a bunch of them just like you over these last 20-something years.
Yeah.
But you keep them retro cards.
Well, I think it gives us something to look forward to keep. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, most of the time, I don't really swap. I think I swapped the laces twice. I swapped the laces with my Jordan 2 lows. I took the white ones out and put the black ones in. And I swapped the laces recently with my 5s. I took the white ones out and put the black ones in. But I guess that's the thing. I prefer black laces on certain shoes. I don't know. But other than that, I don't fool with them laces. I got plenty of them shoes that came with extra laces and I don't do nothing with them. I just keep them. But it will.
So they don't ever come in handy for other shoes?
I was getting ready to say it will help if my white laces got too dirty, which almost never happens. I could probably swap some out somewhere else. I get the use for them, but I think that with those laces, it's so many other things that they're kind of cutting back on, but we paying a higher price. I think that's my issue.
I agree.
I think that if I'm paying for the price, I shouldn't be cut out of certain stuff because like we talked about this, like I'm gonna be honest, I love this. This right here, with my purist mentality, my nostalgialistic mentality, I'll take this over any box or not any box. I'll take the Nike. Like we get the 11s or the 8s or the 9, we get the black and gray Jordan box. I take that stuff. I take the OG Air Max boxes and all that kind of stuff. So I'll take the box over the retro card. But I mean, I feel, why can't we have it? I mean, if I'm paying more, because what average cost for an 11 after tax, what, $235?
Shit, probably more than that.
$235?
Probably about, yeah.
So, but when we was getting the boxes like this is my 72 and 10 version. I think this shoe came out, I want to say in 2015, something like that. Yeah, I think it was 15. It had to be 15. Either way, I can look at the date, but yeah. So you get this box, it's like a draw. You get to take that out. You get this cool little plastic piece.
Show the people. Oh no, you got to show them here all these trinkets.
What it say Tinker made them shine. Mike made them fly. We made them iconic. That XI for y'all that know about Roman numerals. That's number 11. All right, we get the paper that look like the carbon fiber on the inside of the shoe. That's 72 and 10. This 72 and 10 is a beautiful shoe, by the way. I know you don't really care for 11s like that, but we got that. Yeah, that 72 and 10 is beautiful. In addition to all of that, we got this right here. This will come in handy.
Show all that. Yeah. Now I want you to see all that.
Yeah.
Now when you're done talking, I'm not going to interrupt. I'm going to let you have your time, then I'm going to talk.
I'm just saying. So what I'm saying to you is this shoe, I think this shoe was right up there with the ones we're paying for today. But the first one I bought with all of this stuff is like for a long time, all the shoes had the same setup. Was the Space Jam that came out in 2009. It had this exact same package. And that shoe for an adult was $185. It was $185. So you're talking, what, $50 in a matter of, I think they hit this price point somewhere around whenever, I think 2019ish or something like that, because it was going up and up and up and up and up, right? I think it went from one.
I think my win like 82s was up there too.
Yeah. So maybe even sooner than 2019.
Yeah,
maybe
sooner, because them win like 82s was up there. They had a hefty price tag on
and that was 2017, right?
I think so, yes. I think so.
Because I got the Winlight 82s and the Winlight 96. But both of those had the same package too. So again, I wasn't upset with it because okay, if you're giving me all of this, then you are giving me, at least you giving me some type of justification for the price that I'm paying. So I get that. But you can't, and we got 11 with the same box right here. You can't give me this with, I get better quality. I understand that. I get the shoe. I don't even get a tree. I get paper. Cuz. And I'm paying more money.
You want me to talk now?
Please talk.
Say what you got to say?
Please talk.
This goes back to what I say. People can't be pleased.
Say it again. Say it again.
I don't care.
Now let me
go ahead.
let me sprinkle some seasoning in your ear. On one hand, y'all saying y'all want these shoes OG.
Right.
Did that shoe come out with a shoe tree in it in 95, 96?
No, sir.
97, any shoe come out of a shoe tree?
Not that I can remember.
I can tell you that because I got most of them.
Right.
So, how is it that you ask for things to be presented to you OG? You just said yourself, I like this box. But you want to have it OG, and then you want to have it also with the shoe trees and all the new stuff too. That's that flip-flop shit.
Okay.
Now,
Get the flip-flop shit on me.
I can do enough flip-flopping. Now, we go ahead and start flip-flopping.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, my boy.
Can I get the OG pricing then?
Impossible. You know why it's impossible? One, because of inflation. And two, because of just pretty much everything that went up.
Okay. Now you make a great point. And I want to ask you this, and I want to ask y'all this too. Like I teach English, so I ain't no mathematician, but I just know what makes sense and what don't make sense. So we talk about inflation, right?
Yeah.
So what costs us 135-ish should be in the 220, 230 range at this point, based on how much stuff has gone up.
No. And I'm gonna tell you what.
Should it be?
Because you also have to deal with inflation, but you also got something that's dealing with supply and demand. The demand is so high. Any product you put out.
Oh yeah.
Whenever the demand is high,
price gonna go up.
The price gonna go
Okay.
up.
Message.
And see,
So that's part of it. We did this. I've
Yeah.
told you several times. We've consumed so much. These people trying to sell us a Jordan 1 for $250.
well, you just answered my question before I can ask it. Because what I was gonna ask you, because we got several shoes, like we got the up tempos.
Yes.
That's getting ready to come back. Even shoes that may not come back right now, up tempos or much up tempos or more up tempos or
Air trainers, all of them.
all of that stuff. But when you think about the pennies, the Barclays, the up tempos, all of these things, when you talk about how much the air bubble meant. When you got Air Maxes, a lot of that stuff made the price go up. Those shoes used to cost more than Jordans.
Yes,
back
it
in the
did.
day. So, but they don't cost more than Jordans now.
Because of the demand.
Because of the demand. That's what I'm saying. You answer my question because
Yeah.
I'm like, if we talk about inflation and inflation only, if this shoe was $139.99 back in the day, and I might be getting us in trouble. I hope I'm not doing nothing by saying this, because they might say, oh, you know what, he right. Let's jack the price. Don't do that. But what I'm saying is, if this shoe was $139.99, we talk about like a Barkley, a CB34 or something.
Yeah.
Or was $139.99 and a Jordan was $134.99. If I'm paying $190 to $210 for Air Jordan now, I should be paying the same if I'm getting the same quality that I got back in 95 or 96, 97. If I'm getting the same quality for a Barkley or for a Penny or for a Pippen or anything that came out that was more than a Jordan, those shoes technically should cost more than Jordans back in the day.
Technically they should, but, but let me tell you where they messed up at, my boy. They messed up because they skimped on the quality when they brought these shoes back.
Right.
So it's hard for you to, like I told you before.
Right.
Jordan has such a big name.
Right.
That they basically sold us. Look how many years we done showed of shoes that were just made out of straight trash material, right?
Yeah.
So people didn't care because they was what? They will
buy 'em anyway.
They will buy it. You see how people buy some of this ugly ass designer shit they be having sometimes?
Ooh, Lord.
Because they don't care because of the name that's on it, right?
Right.
And the same thing went with Jordan.
Right.
But when they brought those Barclays and those trainers, a lot of them out back in the days. I'm talking about 10 years ago when they was doing all this stuff.
Right.
They were bad.
Right. Yeah.
And so people was turned off by them because they had skimped so bad. That's why they sold us trainers for Huarache trainers for $110, $115.
Yeah.
But what they charging us now?
Oh, 150, 160.
Thank you. Because now they up the quality.
Yeah.
So my thing is this right here. Same thing about the retro card. Same thing about everything. You can't ask for one thing and then turn around and want to, because what you want, you don't realize you're doing like a lot of people. You want the combination of all of it.
everything. Right.
You want the new and the old.
Right.
You want a 1967 Chevy, but you want the damn brand new Chevy motor to go with it. That's what you want. You can't get. You're a purist.
I did that one of my cars.
But
too.
you, I got it. But you are a purist.
Yeah, I did.
So being a purist means that you want it how it came, how it be.
Right.
On one point, you can't tell me you like the 96 box.
Right.
But you don't want but you want a 2011, 2009 shoe tree.
I'm just saying.
Make that shit make sense. That's all I'm saying.
I get it. And
Cause give me my shoestrings.
Well,
I will take, cause I'm telling them red cement threes. They came with the black.
Right.
I put the white right in there. But give me my shoestrings.
But again, my thing is this right here. If I'm already paying a price, I'm paying more for what I got now than what I was paying for what they gave us.
I agree.
Like you charging me more and you taking away. You know what I'm saying? And you giving me, to a certain degree, you giving me that nostalgia.
Cause you ask for it.
True.
How you gonna get mad at something you asked for?
Man, it's almost.
You're asking for less, but you didn't realize you was asking for less.
Man.
So now you mad at them because they gave you what you asked for, because you realize this ain't what I want. So basically you made a deal with the devil.
Man,
You made a deal with the devil. So you tell me you made a deal with the devil.
This conversation and I don't want to go off top, but I got to. You know, we talk about a different world. This kind of remind me of Kadeem in a different world.
Okay.
When he said, hey, man, I think it was an episode where Kim dad got shot, and he was just talking about praying, talking about God. He said, I was mad at God. I asked God for a basketball. I think he got a coat and a hat and some gloves. He said, so he was on the basketball court, but out of everybody, he didn't get the basketball. He's like, I asked for this, I prayed for this, and blah, blah, blah. I didn't get the ball, but after I was out there playing, came back home, the only one that didn't get sick because I had my hat. So I get it. I get it. I understand. So I understand. I guess I'm just looking at it from a financial standpoint, and from a financial standpoint only. Yeah, I would love to. I would take this box. I would take everything, but I don't want to say, okay, what am I paying for? Am I paying for the quality because it's like you charging me more and you giving me less? But then you giving me more with these shoes. Like I will say that
Shoes have given us more as far as the quality materials on the shoes.
Right.
Because let's face it. Okay, let me see the retro cards. Right. So all you want is, now I'm gonna let y'all see it. Y'all just want to see all the Jordan that came out.
Yeah.
Let's be totally honest.
Yeah.
Most of y'all don't want to go watch shoes on this card past 14 anyway.
Message.
Let's just be real.
I like 15.
This here go up to 2008.
2008.
That mean you like 15.
Yeah, I like
that
15.
mean you got a card right now with about, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's like 10 shoes on his thing. Boy, stop. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So you want you all y'all want to do is do what with these? These ain't baseball cards. What we gonna do with these?
Yeah.
I'm being real because I got them too.
Well,
so what are we gonna do with them?
If you look at it this way too.
What are we going to do? We're gonna put these, leave them in the shoebox to fade away, or put them in our nightstand. You know, we might post them on the Instagram to let everybody know we got them.
It's still some nostalgia to that, because if that's the case, then why do we keep receipts when we buy shoes?
Well, you know why we had to start keeping receipts?
Oh, yeah.
Why we had to start keeping receipts?
People try to challenge you on your stuff.
Yeah, that and the fact that them motherfuckers across the wall don't sell the shoes.
Message.
We got to keep our receipts.
That's true.
To make sure people know.
That's true. But then again too though now, because there was an era where, you know, even the ones across the water, they was getting retro cards, but you can look at a retro card from across the water, and that thing look a little
suspect,
gloomy, and it just like the print all over the place.
We would agree they done got a lot better.
They got a whole lot
of stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, though, my boy, listen, we ain't want to call y'all long.
Right.
Leave some comments.
Right.
Tell me.
Right.
Do y'all want the retro cards to come back,
right,
and then we quit getting the extra shoestring?
Right.
All right. Or do y'all want us to have OG everything, but yet though y'all want the shoe trees to be the new style shoe trees?
Man, what did Jerry Jones and Deion say? What is 20 million, 15 million? What did he say?
He said both.
I want both.
Both. What did he say? Both.
I want both.
Well, I guess they know now y'all want both.
Right.
Because I'm like Nike. Y'all tell me what the hell y'all walking right there. I can't even figure this thing out. Cause I hear people on my social media page all the time.
Right.
Bring them in the retro card. Like, man, shit, I can tell you ain't got none.
Yeah, it ain't gonna kill me if they don't bring them back. But it'll be a nice touch though.
Yeah, all right, is something else to be in the way. So y'all, so here I am with these Jordan 30s. Ain't none of y'all got. Y'all know if we get a retro car now, that damn Jordan, that retro car go up to 39, 40.
Yeah.
Y'all want to see that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got you.
Thank you.
That's a great point. Now, because when you look at what's on the card, because not only do you have the shoes, but you got a little story. So it's almost like you're gonna have to leave some of that stuff out. I get it. Now that part makes sense. That part does make sense to where, you know.
Well, guess what? Always remember over here, we keep the body tight, feet right. Later.